What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh commentary. Now guys, McCree has been renamed as Cole Cassidy in Overwatch. Talk about McCree's name change started in August and it's finally happened. If you don't know why McCree's name has been changed, it's because it's all a part of Blizzard's plan to remove references to real life developers and former employees of the studio because of an ongoing lawsuit with former employee Jesse McCree after the sexual harassment allegations within the company began. From the start, his name was borrowed for Overwatch's cowboy hero, so now because of the lawsuit, McCree's name has to be changed immediately. And a lot of people thought that Overwatch was just bluffing and wasn't actually going to go through with this change because I mean it's a big change. McCree has been in the game for years and changing his name would mean they have to scrap out any voice lines that have to do with him, any cosmetics that have his name, etc. And that's a lot of work. That's about a couple years of content around this character. But no, for real, after some rumors were going around for weeks at the start of August, they actually did it. The Overwatch team said in the statement that it's necessary to change the name of the hero currently known as McCree to something that better represents what Overwatch stands for. The developers also said that this would have an impact on a planned rollout of an in-game narrative arc that would have focused on McCree, which would most likely be featured in Overwatch 2's story mode, of course. So I bet that must have delayed Overwatch 2 even more now, because the game was already delayed and now with all these lawsuits going around, they have to scrap out all the voice lines for the new game and whatever story they had around him with his original name and replace it with Cole Cassidy. Blizzard also mentioned that for here on out, in-game characters will no longer be named after Blizzard employees, and they will be more thoughtful about adding real-world references in the future. And that includes a featured reference in the game that they were working on for Overwatch 2, which featured Jeff Kaplan in a new pizza shop part of the New York map that's planned to come out in Overwatch 2. So they've now completely revised that, so Jeff Kaplan will not be featured in Overwatch 2's New York map anymore because of this statement that's come out, and the fact that Jeff Kaplan has left Blizzard, so it wouldn't really make sense to keep it in the game as a feature. So now forever, Blizzard has promised to not take employee names as inspiration to add into Overwatch, and now in the future to go by carefully on what real life references they take as well. A lot of Overwatch fans see this as pointless, including myself, because I know they don't want to get into any more trouble, like this lawsuit that's going on with Jesse McCree, and they want to completely scrap out or forget about this guy, I should say. But the game didn't just come out. Overwatch has been out for over 5 years, and I'm sure everyone's just gonna call McCree McCree regardless of the name change. It's just what we're used to. And there's been quite a lot of outrage around the name change because people think Blizzard is doing this just to remove their tracks and make everyone forget about the entire lawsuit around Jesse, which they see as insensitive and irresponsible in their end because they want the situation to be handled already. Stuff has already been really bumpy over at Blizzard, with Jeff Kaplan leaving, development on the new game not going too smooth, and now the entire team is facing legal issues and falling apart. Many view this as the downfall of Blizzard and the end of a company that was known to be the best. And it really makes me wonder how Overwatch 2 is gonna be because devs are really just leaving now and people are getting sued left and right. It's just a mess, and I'm sure the second Overwatch game will be as well, since mid-development they're losing half their team. McCree is such an iconic character in Overwatch as well. The name change isn't going to sit well with a lot of people, especially pros. Like, you really think they're going to start saying Cole instead of McCree? It just doesn't sit right, or it will get people confused in the heat of the moment. Again, I feel like the name change was unnecessary. Leave the character separate from the guy that's facing legal troubles. Just because it took a name inspiration from a guy IRL doesn't matter. The character in Overwatch is a completely different person basically. McCree is entirely different from Jesse McCree, and this name change will most definitely not make people forget about the ongoing allegations that this guy is facing. If anything, it kind of makes Blizzard look bad because it seems like they're just trying to cover up what's going on by changing McCree's name and not actually taking action on what's going on within their studio. They're just tackling the situation the wrong way. Then again, this is the first step in doing what's right and moving in the right direction. Yes, their reputation has gone downhill now with all the controversy surfacing, but this might be the first step in flipping the status of the company around, and that's why they're trying to like completely eradicate this guy from Blizzard history forever, for everyone to forget the name McCree completely, whether it's in the game or in real life. But all I know is it's not going to make their players especially forget. It may take some time, even years, because the name is just glued onto this character's identity. Everyone knows the cowboy in Overwatch's name is McCree, so this is quite a change for us all. But I know we'll get through this, and I hope Blizzard can recover from all this drama that's been happening, because I for one hope it doesn't affect Overwatch's 2 progress, even though it kinda already did, and it will going forward. The game already had to be completely revised like I previously mentioned before, so it'll be a while before we get our hands on the game, and people weren't too happy about the reveal at all, referring to it as just a $65 update for Overwatch rather than a new game, since it hardly has anything new in it besides a UI upgrade and a new story mode. I for one am more concerned on how Overwatch 2 is going to turn turn out because of all this that's been going on behind the scenes at Blizzard Entertainment. But McCree's name change, like I said, is a good but unnecessary move from Blizzard in my opinion, because regardless, McCree's name will still remain as McCree in a lot of players' eyes. Ever since talk about the allegations started back in July, when the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing sued parent company Activision Blizzard, alleging it had fostered a frat boy culture that subjected female employees to sexual harassment and gender-based discrimination, Blizzard has completely changed as a company. What was known to be possibly the best video game company ever has just shifted their reputation into being the most problematic, so much so that it caused the face of Blizzard, Jeff Kaplan, to leave. And once he left, that was truly the downfall of Blizzard. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say here, even if it just seems like me just rambling. Blizzard was the best back then, and some may argue it still is, but now everyone knows behind the scenes the company has a toxic work environment with some shady things going on, and nobody's gonna look at it the same. This whole thing even caused some diehard fans to walk away in disbelief. Times truly are changing, my friends, and if Blizzard is an example of that, I don't know what is. McCree just continues to get stomped on, man, with even his spray getting removed because people got mad at it. Like, I never thought this character would be so problematic. He's just a cowboy. Might as well remove the man. Nah, I'm joking. I actually like using him. Please don't remove him. But yeah, I hope this whole situation actually is an example for other studios too, to make sure your work environment is the best it can possibly be. Because if there's any type of discrimination, sexual harassment, if anything's wrong with the people in the studio, people within and outside will find out, and the company will end up in ruins. The reputation will as well, and that's everything for a video game company. Like, just take a look at other massive companies whose reputations have been completely messed up. Even today, nothing has improved around them despite whatever great games come out of them. People still view it as the worst after whatever mistake they made in the past, and it's really hard to recover from it afterwards after you screw up once. But like I said, Blizzard is at least trying, which is good. But again, we can all agree that McCree's name change, in my eyes at least, was a little unnecessary, even if it did lessen the tension just a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I want to see what you guys have to say all about this that's been going on. Like the video for more. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I post videos every day at 1 PM EST. Also, be sure to follow me on my Twitter and Twitch to chat with me sometime or just hang out. And yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.